Hey guys, it's Edie. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you're all doing well, and in today's video we're going to be reading some summer romance books, and it is currently like 30 odd degrees in the UK right now, and my bedroom is in like the converted loft space, so it's boiling hot. So I've got the window open slightly, so if you hear any noises from outside, that is that, but I physically can't do this without having a tiny bit of airflow. I've turned my fan off for this and it's getting hotter by the second. I can feel it. But anyway, I've chosen 3 books that I'm going to read in this reading vlog, so let me just show you them. And the first book I picked is Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn, and I don't really know much about this book, but I loved Megan Quinn's Christmas book I read. It's like How My Neighbour Stole Christmas, I think it is. And I saw a video about this on TikTok and I was like, I need that. I want to read it at summertime, so I brought it and I'm going to read it in this video. Apart from that, know nothing else about it, but maybe there's part of it on a lake because they're on some little floaties in a lake, looks like. I don't know. And the next book I got is Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood, and I am very, very excited for this book because this book follows, I can't remember whose sibling it is, but one of the main character siblings in Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood, and I believe it's them, I want to say, and it's set at a wedding. I believe it's is his name Eli in Not in Love? And whoever he is with, it's their wedding, and I believe it's set place in that. That's what I think, if I remember correctly. I might be completely wrong, but I'm very, very excited about this because I've loved every single other book by Ali Hazelwood, and I'm very, very intrigued and excited about this book because I've heard that there's like some cameos from other characters from Ali Hazelwood's other books, so I'm very excited for it. And then the next book is Bright Lights and Summer Nights by Kat Singleton, and I believe this is more of like a dark romance. I've read the first 2 books in this series. I can't think of what series is called. Does it say in here? I know they're like all billionaire romances. I don't think it says in here, no. It doesn't say in here, but it's all billionaire romances. I read the last 2 this sort of time last year, and I really did like them, and I was going to pick it up last year around summertime, but I never got the chance to, so here we are now. But I want to say, if I remember correctly, this might be fake dating, I want to say. And if you know me, I love a good fake dating, so this does intrigue me a lot. And this is currently on my June TBR, and I am actually filming this in June, but it's going to be posted in July, so it's another book to get off my June TBR, because I think I've literally read, I've choose 6 books, I think I've read 2 out of 6, and what's the date currently? It's currently the 21st, so it's not going too well, but this will bring her halfway through the June TBR. But if I don't complete it, I don't. If I do, it's great. I don't put any pressure on myself for that. So these are the 3 books I've chosen to read in today's reading vlog. I think I want to pick up this one, Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn first, because I've got a few things I want to do today, so I'm thinking of picking up the audiobook for this, because I know Teddy Hamilton narrates this, and Teddy Hamilton narrating books, it's just chef kiss. He does such a good job. So I think I'm going to pick up the audiobook because I've got some credits on Audible, so I'm going to go on there and get this. And then I am probably going to come back to you guys when I'm halfway through, because I probably will be able to at least get halfway through this book today, because I've just got things to do around my room. I'm going to tidy. I've still got to film another YouTube video, but that only will probably be a couple, like 30 minutes to an hour, because it will be July's TBR. I'm going to film that today as well, but I forgot about it. Her other book, When My Neighbour Stole Christmas, the Christmas one, had illustrations in, and this one does as well. I was just flicking through. That is so exciting. I do love books when they have illustrations. I didn't even know this, look. How cool is that? But yeah, I'm very excited, so I am just going to come back to you guys once I'm halfway through this book with a little update on how I'm feeling about it. I'm on chapter 17, which is pretty much halfway through this book, and I am really, really loving this. Basically, this book follows Scotty and Wilder. Scotty works for this like golf company essentially, and she's talking to her co-workers one day, and she basically says she is married because every single one of her co-workers is married, and she's trying to press the boss So she kind of lies because she is not married, and they all are questioning her, why doesn't she have a ring on her finger? And she says, oh, they're just going through a rough patch. And the boss takes her aside, talks to her, and she's like, oh, my husband, he's like a marriage counsellor. I can put you in contact so you can have some like counselling, basically like that. Because Scotty is trying to impress her boss, she kind of really can't say no to it. So she has to go to this. So she ends up asking one of her really good friend's brothers to do it with her. So it does it, they go to this counselling session, and then essentially they sign up to do this like marriage like counselling, what would you call it, like camp, like a summer camp almost, but for people who are married who are trying to work on their marriage, or just in general if you wanted to go, I think, as well. So that's essentially the plot of this book. And I have been laughing so many times while reading it. It's so fun, it's so quick, it is so fast paced. It is quite like, there's been no like spicy scenes, but there's a lot of things that are like talked about and hinted at. So if you don't like spice or smart or anything like that, or you don't like a lot of it, you might not like this book. Because even though it doesn't have that much in yet, like the things that are hinted and talked about are a bit on that sort of scale, so you might not like it if you don't like that sort of thing. But like essentially when they have these like marriage counselling sessions, they are basically having to like argue with each other, and it's quite funny at first, and then like Scotty kind of realises why she is bringing up certain things, and then it's kind of sad. But there's just been a scene and Wilder sticks up for Scotty, and it was just so good. I'm really liking it. It's so much fun. I did have an inkling that I was going to really like this because I really did like How My Neighbour Stole Christmas. I believe that's what it's called. And this is no different. This feels exactly the same as that one, but like a summer version of it essentially, almost, but different at the same time. I feel like it is definitely sitting at 4 stars, a solid 4 stars. It could have the potential to be more. I don't know, just gonna have to carry on reading it, but I am very much enjoying myself while reading it. And if you're looking for a steamy, fun, laugh out loud rom-com for the summer, I feel like this is going to be the perfect one, because it is giving off major summer vibes, especially because they're at like a summer camp. So I'm still currently listening to it on audiobook, because I'm like, I might as well listen to it on audiobook. I used one of my credits, and like I said, I'm on chapter 17. I don't know if that's going to show up, but it's saying I've got just under 3 hours left. So I could possibly finish this book like tonight. I might be able to, but I don't know, it depends how much time I'm able to like sit there and listen to it. I might do some like colouring, I'm not really sure. Maybe I could organise my books, but I want to do that in a video, so I might not do that, but I don't know. So I might try and finish this tonight, or I might just update you tomorrow once I finish it, because I'll definitely be able to finish it tomorrow. Even though I am working, I can like listen to the audiobook to and from work, and it should be finished by tomorrow. So I'm just going to come back to you guys once I finish this book. It's now the next day, and I have now finished this book, and oh my god, it is so good. It is so much fun. Like, the amount of times I laughed out loud while reading this book was just phenomenal. Like, I can't stop thinking about it, and it was just everything kind of to me. I'm going to give this a 4.5 stars, because I don't think it's quite a 5-star. It wasn't giving me that feeling, but it was really good. And like, Wilder, he is just such an amazing and such a genuine nice guy, because things with Scotty's past were brought up with the therapy sessions they were going to while they were at the marriage camp, and he was just so patient and kind of so understanding with her. And I just really loved Scotty as a character, because her character development from the beginning to the end was everything, and the epilogue in this was just so good. And this is the second book I've read by Megan Quinn, and now I finish this, I want to read all her other books, because both of them have made me laugh out loud so many times, and I think I might be a Megan Quinn stan because they are just so much fun. I don't know if I said this in the halfway check-in, but if you don't like smart, spice, that sort of thing in your books, or even not much in your books, you probably won't like this book, or maybe any of her other books. The other book I've read is quite similar to this one. They are just filled with a lot of smart and spice, so if you don't like that, you might not like this book, so that might be for you. But if you don't mind it and you like it, you are probably going to love this book, because it was just so much fun. I also just thought this was such a unique concept to like the fake dating, marriage of convenience sort of thing, because I haven't seen it portrayed in this sort of way as like a, oh, our marriage is in trouble. Oh, it's not? I don't really know what I'm saying, but yeah, I've never seen it in that sort of way. It's always like, oh, I need help showing this person this, and they're always happy when their marriage is not happy. And it was just so much fun, the arguments they were pretending to have, but then they were also kind of sad at the same time because of other reasons that I'm not going to say, but it was just really good. So if you're thinking about reading this book this summer, I would definitely recommend reading this book this summer, especially if you do like smut and spice and those things in your book. You'll 100% will at least enjoy this book, I think. So the next book I want to pick up is Bright Lights and I keep getting my tongue tied. Bright Lights and Summer Nights by Kat Songleton, and I am going to pick it up on my Kindle because it is on Kindle Unlimited, and I've said this before in videos, but it's just so much easier to pick up, well, just to hold your Kindle it is, than like trying to hold like the paperback. So I'm gonna find it on Kindle Unlimited, and then I'm gonna download it and I'm gonna start reading it. And like I said earlier, all I pretty much all I know about this book is that it's a billionaire romance. My Kindle is literally taking so long to like load it all up. It's the Paperwhite. I haven't even had it that long, but they are just very, very slow at loading things. I don't know if the new ones are the colour soft, is that what it's called? I don't know, but this one is quite slow. It's still loading. So I now have got it downloaded on my Kindle, so I'm just going to start reading it, and I'm probably going to come back to you guys once I am halfway through this book. So it's now a couple of days later, I'm roughly halfway through this book, and this book follows Emma and Preston. Emma, I believe she's like 25 years old, she's unemployed, she's single, and she's kind of having this like quarter life crisis, she calls it, I believe. And her friends have this like house in the Hamptons, and they say that she can basically go there and like try to figure out her life essentially. So she's like, yes, I'll do it, go there, figure out my life, figure out what I want to do with it. So she goes to the Hamptons and she decides to sneak into this party. And when she sneaks into this party, it turns out it's like this whole like week of like not parties, but like celebration events for like a wedding that's happening. And she gets in there and basically she meets this guy, Preston, the first, like when she's like climbing over the fence to get into the party. And pretty much from there on, when they go into the party and he sees his sister, because it's his sister's wedding and family, he just says, oh, this is my girlfriend, because this other girl that's at the wedding like week is really just trying to get on with him, really wants to be with him, but he doesn't want to be with her and she isn't getting the hints. So he essentially asks Emma to be his like fake girlfriend for the week of like the wedding parties, the wedding activities, all of that sort of stuff. And Preston is also this football player for a really well-known, I guess, team. He's a very good football player, I think. Well, American football, not like soccer, what they call it in America, but like American football. I believe that's what he does. And he's very well known, and he's not really known for ever having a relationship or ever introducing anyone to his family as well. I definitely don't hate this book. I don't dislike it, but I'm not really loving it. I don't really know what it is. There's parts of it that I'm really enjoying, really liking. I'm liking the romance and the connection and the tension between the two characters. But I don't know, I feel like there may be something missing, or I don't really know what, but it's not terrible. I am liking it. Maybe because this is fake dating and the book I've read previously in this video is fake dating, and I'm reading them one after the other, and the other one I really did like. So maybe I'm like not subconsciously comparing them in my head, but like I am maybe kind of, not really in a way. I don't really know what I'm saying, but I hopefully you get that. But it's not terrible. It's easy to read, it's quick, it's not even a long book. It's actually, well, how many pages is it? 300, oh no, that's a different book. Where is it? It keeps going. 325. So it's not even a long book. It's on Kindle Unlimited if you want to read it as well. It's very easy to read and I'm liking the characters. I don't dislike anything about the characters, I don't have that strong of a connection between them, but then when they have like scenes that are romantic in a way, I am kind of like giggling my feet and I'm like, oh, this is so cute, this is so sweet. But I feel like in a week's time I won't remember this book. Not that it's terrible, it's just not going to be a favourite for me, so I feel like it is sitting in the 3-star range, because I always say anything above a 4 stars, I absolutely loved it. It could be a favourite or close to being a favourite, but 3 stars I still did enjoy it, I'd still recommend it, but it's not a favourite, it's not a standout. So this one isn't particularly standing out to me at the moment, but things could change depending on the how the last part of this book goes. So what I'm going to do, I am going to carry on reading this. I should be able to finish reading it within the next couple of hours, because I'm still reading it on my Kindle, and I believe on my Kindle it's like 2 hours and something left. So if you do want to read this book, you're looking for something quick and easy to read, you could probably read this in a day if you just sit there and read it, because it is quite short and easy to read. I think I already said this, but it is on Kindle Unlimited, so if you're looking for a Kindle Unlimited book, this could be for you. But it is kind of very much giving summer vibes, especially set in the Hamptons. I don't know if I said that correctly first time. Anyway, but it just gives those sort of like summer vibes, and I am quite enjoying the summer vibes in this book. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to carry on reading this, and hopefully I'll be able to finish it today and start the next book today at some point. So I'll just come back to you guys once I've finished with this book. It's now later on in the day and I've finished Bright Lights and Summer Nights by Katsun Guten. I'm going to give it a 3.75 stars, because it did start to get so much better, especially in the last 30% of the book. That had me feeling so many emotions. I actually really liked the third act breakup, because I feel like the characters needed it to grow, especially Emma, with all the things she was saying for the reason of the breakup. I was like, I sympathised with her so much, and I was like, I can understand why she's doing what she's doing, but at the same time I was kind of heartbroken at the same time, because I was like, no, don't do it. And something did spur her on to do the breakup, I'm not going to say what. That may have bugged me a tiny bit, but then also at the same time I understand why she did what she did, and I don't hate her for it, and I kind of like that she was, I guess, maybe mature enough to see herself that she wasn't ready for the relationship, but just needed time for herself. And Preston, he is just such a great guy, and he was just so understanding with the whole third act breakup and things like that, and it made my heart melt. And he does get jealous in this book, which had me kicking and giggling my feet. Oh, it's just so much fun in the end. The next book I'm going to pick up, you probably already know what it is, but it's Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood. I feel like this might be the one I'm most excited to read in this reading vlog, because it's an Ali Hazelwood book and I love Ali Hazelwood. I know this takes place at a wedding, maybe? Quite similar to the last book, you could say. These all have kind of similar themes to them, but anyway, I feel like it takes place at a wedding, and it's, oh, what's his name? Eli? It's like the almost sequel to Not in Love, basically, I believe, and it's those characters in that book wedding they go to, I think. I could be completely wrong, but that's what I think it is. So I'm going to start reading this, and then I'm probably going to come back to you guys once I'm halfway through it. I'm almost halfway through this book, roughly, and I'm really enjoying it so far. This book follows Maya, who is Eli's brother, and Eli is the MMC in Not in Love, and it also follows Eli's best friend, Connor. And there is quite a big age gap. It's a 15-year age gap. She is 23. He is 30, does it say on the back? 38, yeah, he's 38. And basically this follows them when they're at Eli and Rue's wedding, which is a destination wedding in Sicily in Italy, which is an island of Italy basically. And it just is them at the wedding and the week leading up to the wedding, and it also has flashbacks. I believe they're like 3-year flashbacks. Let me see if I can find a bit, because it does say how long ago it was, the flashback scenes. Let me find one. Here it is. 3 years ago, yeah. And 3 years ago Maya was in like university in Edinburgh, and something happened and Connor went there basically to kind of like help her, I guess you could say, in a way. and it also is following that timeline, and I feel there's a lot more to unravel with that timeline as well from what I've read so far. And she kind of has been crushing on him for a while, I think you could say, and I'm really liking it. I like the tension, I really like the dynamic of them both, because he's like, oh no, we can't because you're so much younger, but she's like, why not? And I'm really enjoying that. I feel like there hasn't been much romance in this book at all yet, because there hasn't really been anything. They haven't kissed, they haven't done anything at all yet, so I'm very intrigued to see when they like finally give in. That, like, I don't know, you know, when they've been like I guess pining after each other for so long, and it finally gets to that scene where they give in and they're like, it's usually like fuck it, and then they like kiss, and then they like, you know what. But I'm very excited for that, to see how it goes. But yeah, it's alright. I feel like it's not going to be one of my favourite Ali Hazelwood books, but maybe that will change when the romance starts to kick in, because I do like the characters, I like the storyline. It is feeling very much like summer vibes. And obviously there's a cameo from Not in Love, because it's the main two couples from that book's wedding in this, which is Eli and Rue, like I've already said. But someone else has just made an appearance, a little cameo, and it is Scarlett, and I can't think of what the MMC's name is. It's Deep End, but I can't think of his name. Luca or Lucas? I might be completely wrong, and I feel like I am, but they have just made a cameo in the last chapter that I've just read, and when I read Scarlett's name on the page, I was just like, oh my god, it's her, it's Scarlett. And then I was like, oh, that's who she was talking to. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, I am enjoying it. Is it a favourite of mine for Ali Hazelwood? Like I said, no, but it's quintessential Ali Hazelwood. It's fun, the FMC is really smart, and it's like women in STEM, and it's just typical, isn't it? And I feel like you can't go wrong with an Ali Hazelwood book, at least for me, because I really enjoy them, even though they kind of are, they're not similar, but they always follow, like, the FMC is always a very, like, clever, intelligent, usually a woman in STEM, and I really do like that. So maybe that could get quite repetitive for some people. Maybe it is kind of for me now, because I've literally read every single one of her books, but I'm still enjoying it, I still like it. I might be able to finish this tonight, I don't know, because I am currently on page 190, and there's like 200 pages left, so maybe I won't be able to finish it tonight, but you never know. But I'm gonna carry on reading this, and probably gonna come back to you guys tomorrow once I finish, because I do have work tomorrow, but I might be able to finish it and read it while I'm at work, so fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm gonna now sit down, carry on reading this, and like I said, I'll come back to you guys once I have finished. So it's now the next day, and I have finished this book, and I'm going to settle on giving it 4 stars. But to me, I did really like it, I really enjoyed it, but it's probably one of my least favourite Ali Hazelwood books, and giving it 4 stars and it being one of my least favourites is still pretty good rating, because she absolutely is one of my favourite authors, one of my auto-buy authors, because I absolutely always love her work. I really did like Connor at some points during this book, because there is like obviously the 15-year age gap between him and, I've forgotten her name, what is her name? Maya, that's what her name is. He's always very mindful of this large age gap, and he doesn't originally at first want to be in the relationship because he doesn't want to have that like power difference, imbalance, or something along the lines of that, he was saying, which I think is very, I don't know, I just really liked that from him. And I just loved getting to see all the other characters. I loved kind of how chaotic the wedding things were happening, and what was happening to the wedding and all the things like that. That was so chaotic at points, but I really did like it. It kept me entertained, and I loved seeing the cameos from Rue and Eli, and the other two people, Luca or Lucas, I keep forgetting which one it is, Luca or Lucas, one of them, and Scarlett. Getting to see them in like 2 scenes was like really exciting, and it was just very much given summer vibes because this is set in, I think I've already said this, but in Sicily. It's an island just off the south of the mainland of Italy, I believe it is, and it was just giving me all those vibes and I was absolutely loving it. So if you're looking for like a book to read in the summer, especially if you're on holiday, and especially if you're gone to Italy or even Sicily mainly, I feel like you should pick this one up because the summer vibes are there and I really did enjoy it. But you only get to see them a tiny bit together near the end of this book, and I just kind of wish we got more of them together, maybe a bit more of an epilogue or a couple chapters of an epilogue of them in the future maybe, or things like that, because I just felt, not that it was left unfinished because it wasn't, it was finished, it's nicely wrapped up. I just wanted a tiny bit more of their story later on when they're actually together. So that is it for today's reading vlog. I feel like I got some pretty good books in this reading vlog and I really did enjoy each one of them. So I'm just going to go through each one and what I rated them. The first book I picked up was Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn, and I gave this a 4.5 stars. Then I picked up Bright Night, I keep messing this up, Bright Lights and Summer Nights by Kat Singleton. I can't get my words out. And I gave this a 3.75 stars if I remember correctly. And then the final book I picked up was Problematic Summer Romance by Ellie Hazelwood, and I gave this a 4 stars. So that is everything for today's video. If you did like it, do give it a thumbs up. And in the description of this video is all my other social medias. We've got TikTok, Instagram, my Goodreads, my Amazon wishlist. And if you haven't already, do subscribe so you can see more videos from me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!